What's happening, Wargamers? Welcome to another Star Wars Shatterpoint Battle Report, this week with a guest!
Hello!
Hey, we got Alex back.
I'm back.
Yeah, he's done with his, vacation and all that sort of stuff. He decided to come back, and we're playing more games! So you don't have to deal with me on both sides of the table making all sorts of potato decisions. We are back. We got a game of Sabotage Showdown going on. I'm breaking out the Veers Empire list. You are breaking out some Bad Batch Republic again, it looks like. So very excited to see that one. So we are going to go and take a look at the list in just a moment. But remember, guys, if you want to support the channel, if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe. Costs you nothing. Takes a second. Appreciate it greatly. Or alternatively, you can go to patreon.com/AegisBrandStudios. A couple bucks a month. Keeps the lights on. Keeps content current. And encourages me to post more pictures of Ollie, which everyone seemed to really like. So
please do that.
Please do that. There we go. Or alternatively, you can go to iwargame.net. Use code AegisBrand, save 10% on one of these wonderful pre-marked maps for either MCP or Shatterpoint. Anyway, let's take a look at the teams. All right, Alex, so we have a Bad Batch Mace Windu list, it looks like.
Yeah, got some of my favorite Republic boys back on the table. I missed the batch. I haven't played them in far too long. Don't know how long that was, but it felt like too long.
I think it was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's fine. So we're busting them out, and we're busting out Mace Windu, who I still think is great, even though Vader exists.
Mace needs some love. Well, we'll see what happens with Mace. But yeah, there we go. So pretty standard looking Republic list there. Always happy to see Mace, so we'll see what happens with this one. Realized it's a small little error in my list. I don't know why I pulled out the Snowtrooper Lieutenant. It was supposed to be the Death Trooper there.
Call shenanigans.
Call shenanigans. So here's the proper team right here. We got Vader with the Stormtroopers over here. Veers with the Death Trooper escort, because he is a Stormtrooper.
For some reason.
And we're about to get more Death Trooper Stormtroopers with Krennic and everything.
Oh, it's going to be brutal.
So there we go. So we have everyone deployed, and we are going to find out what our first scenario looks like. And I did win priority, so it goes like this. So we got shut down the alarms, and we stick to the plan, refresh a force.
Ooh.
Okay. So no extra dashy for Vader there. So we got Veers prepare for a surface attack, putting the Stormtrooper Sergeant into reserve there. He's also going to benefit from... and then I forgot, he also gets to dash.
Oh, that's really good.
I forgot about that dash.
So did I.
So we're going to dash him up to there, which is not quite enough to hit that ingress point. And then while the other part of this is that while Stormtroopers are in reserve, they get to add 1 to their defense roll. So,
all right.
Yeah, so that's that. And then for our first activation, we have the Stormtroopers themselves. All right, well, the Stormtroopers, I don't know how much force I really want to spend here. So let's see where we can get them. I'm just going to move them up. We're going to just try and go take this side point over here. And then, you know what? I think a dash will get me within range 5 of you. So, you know what? I'm going to spend a force. We're going to suffer damage to make a focus action. And... We're gonna shoot some mooks, if I can.
That one definitely can.
That one definitely can. Yes. I should have taken advantage of this ingress point. I mean, probably too late now. So that is unfortunate that I'm only going to get 1 shot here. If I take it, you know what? I'll take advantage of this ingress point over here. Actually.
Oh, yep. And now he's definite.
Oh no, he might. No, he shouldn't be. I don't think.
Oh, he might be.
He might be. Oh, wait, because you have your forward deployment, don't you?
Yep.
So am I in based on...
You are in.
I am? All right. I forgot about your forward deployment. So saving graces right there. We're going to shoot with the guy on the point. Actually, no. We're going to shoot with this guy back here first.
Okay.
So 7 dice with sharpshooter 1.
Ooh.
And Not too bad. So you're blocking 4, it looks like.
Yeah,
So
that was phenomenal.
Yeah, so 1 crit goes through. Take 1!
Just 1 damage?
Just 1 damage.
I can live with that.
Yep, just 1 damage. No expertise, so no pin there.
You just need another block like that.
Oh my goodness, there's a lot of expertise. That's all expertise.
Yeah, I'm blocking 2.
You're blocking 2. So you're going to block the 1 strike that went through there. The crit damage and a pin are going to go through, though.
Okay.
So they'll have taken a total of, 3 damage and a pin. So
okay.
The pin's actually, I don't mind that.
The pin's not bad, actually.
The pin's not bad. And we'll take control of 3 points and call it a turn. Republic going to counter with...
The immediate Shatterpoint?
Ooh, that's always rough.
It's very rough.
Yeah.
But I'm not...
I mean, you have 7 force. You got a lot of force to play with.
I do have a lot of force.
We'll
but I could also just mace into those guys.
You could. Is Stormtroopers worth a mace?
No, it's not. We're going to shuffle it back in after I reveal the next one, which is...
Wrecker and Omega.
I'm okay with this.
Okay. Wrecker going to go wreck stuff.
Yep, he's going to get his free bulldoze dash. Then he's going to take a move action up to the Singress point.
Yep.
Climb right on over here.
Don't have range to shoot anyone, so...
No, he's just going to hunker. Yeah. Have a much more boring first activation than those Stormtroopers, but...
Do you want to like a hunker a little bit towards the point there?
Yeah.
Or...
We're just going to go.
Not that I'm trying to influence you into bad decisions or
right
anything
up to
like
there.
that.
Hit that console a bit.
All right. Very cool. And that'll be 3 points for you.
Mm-hmm.
Back over to the Empire, and we got... Oh my. I'm actually very tempted now. I was joking off camera. If I got the Shatterpoint, I might activate the Stormtroopers just to see if I can finish off the ARFs.
You do get to refresh Force, too.
And I get to refresh a Force as well, which I would have spent on my my Assault Tactics,
yes,
I forgot to flip that over. So that's now flipped back. Yeah. All right, we are going to spend the Force for a dash, and we're going to take the damage to move, or to...
Get the focus.
To focus, yeah. So we're just going to... Just to be on the safe side, depending on how things do, we're going to make sure we do have a body down here as well.
Makes sense.
Because if I can take out those ARFs, then I can just move action on and take that back point right there, which is
bad.
Kind of cool. Starting with the back guys, 7 dice. Very solid roll from the Stormtroopers here. Only blocking 2. So I'm going to get through 3 and a pin, which
effectively another damage.
Which is effectively another damage. And I think what I'm going to do for this one, it's going to be 2 damage. So I'm dealing 3-2 total on this attack. I'm going to recover twice to get rid of that damage that they've already taken. And then there is a shove. So we'll just shove. I think we were punching this guy right here. We're just going to shove him right back to there, like so. And then we'll fire with the other guy. A crit or an expertise is all I'm looking for here with the second guy, and I got it.
Yep.
Yeah,
I am blocking 3.
Okay, that's not too bad. You're going to block 3 here, and my expertise, I'm going to add a... so I'm going to get through 2 crits, a damage, and a pin.
Okay.
So I'm going to add a... I guess I'm going to add a strain on there as well.
Okay, terrible.
Not that it really... Or not a strain. Yeah, a strain, sorry, a strain. And... Yeah, all right. Stormtroopers done really good there.
Yep.
And the hyper-aggressive Stormtroopers are just going to move down to here, staying out of line of sight of pawns there. And we're going to flip this point.
Terrible.
I love it. Very strangely hyper-aggressive. Worked out for me.
Worked out very well.
Yeah, never thought I'd be Shatterpointing the Stormtroopers. So that's 1 momentum, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Putting it back onto my side of the table. Back over to the Republic. Shatterpoint again. Hello, Mace.
You know what? This time it's Mace.
I think that's very fair. That's very fair. Who do you want to dash up?
I think we're going to be dashing up.
Got a lot of options, so we'll give you a second. All right, so Hunter's getting the dash.
Yeah, Hunter's getting the dash, and so is Mace, who also, because it's the Shatterpoint, I regain a force, and also because it's him on the Shatterpoint.
Impact 2, focus. And you'll have a move action, or you'll have another action after this.
After the punch, yeah, which is the punch right now.
All right, Stormtroopers, you got this. 10 dice to my 4. My Stormtroopers, they got this.
And I will be coordinated fire, cleansing you because
it's worth the force.
It's worth the force.
Okay, I see 3 crits in there. That's not too bad. No expertise. Yeah, no expertise. But I think I need to block a bunch of this.
Yes.
Yeah, I need to block a bunch because I think you need 5.
Yeah.
No.
What about none?
I will block none. These Stormtroopers have served their purpose.
All right.
And they just get dummied beyond belief. So I'm just going to get that room token over here.
Yes, I need to do 9 to you. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8. So I can't hit you with every condition in the world. But because I'm getting my tree, I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to you, which is perfect.
So an expose and a...
it's going to be a strain exposed disarm.
Yeah, and with the reposition, you actually take this back point, and Pawns takes that point, and... Yeah, you flip a bunch of points back in your favor, which is really good for you.
This feels much better, yes.
Yeah, so my hubris has probably gotten the better of me on this one.
I don't know about that. I think this went fairly well for you.
You still have one more action with Mace, by the way.
Yeah.
Would you like to hunker, or?
I think the hunker is going to be the best bet here.
Just do some hunker in there.
And if I'm still engaged with you, I actually lose that hunker, right?
Yes. So you'd have to take cover forward in order to get out of the range too.
You know what? I actually, because I'm still engaged with you, so I still have that protection steadfast. Yep. So I think that's even better than the hunker, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, your actions aren't really doing much else of anything else at that point. So, is Mace just happy there then?
He is going to hunker for the movement.
Okay. Cool.
But he's going to stay engaged.
Yeah. No, I think that makes perfect sense. All right, and then you're going to score momentum. And score 4.
Score 4, yeah.
I worked so hard to get that point back. But I think my hubris might have gotten the better of me there.
I mean, we both spent a Shatterpoint to do it.
Very fair, very fair. We're going to keep the Stormtrooper Sergeant in reserve, and we are going to get the Death Trooper Escort. We're just going to dash up the Snowtroopers a little bit and just take advantage of them maybe adding some firepower to things. Because unfortunately... Ooh, actually, does that get me within 4? Is it 4 or 5 for the... Oh, it's 5, so yeah. So I'm actually really happy with this.
All right.
And now we got the Death Trooper. We're going to spend a force, and we're just going to dash up with the Death Trooper Escort there. And that'll make a focus action, and we're just going to unload into Mr. What's his name? Wrecker. That's his name.
And Omega.
Yeah, Wrecker and Omega. All right, here's a whole bunch of dice. This is 7 base, 1 for focus, 1 for sharpshooter, and 1 for the stormtroopers within 5. And that is a very solid roll for me.
Actually, quite solid for me as well.
Oh yeah, how much does all that expertise give you?
So this expertise is going to be 1 more block, a crit to a fail, and then a dash.
Okay, well my 4 expertise. Oh, it's not quite 5. My 4 expertise is going to be a. Really, just a crit and a damage? That's weird. So I'll just take these guys out.
Yeah, because that crit goes away, but the damage goes through.
So only 1 crit goes through then.
Ooh!
Yeah, that's actually surprisingly poor for the Death Trooper Escort there. So you know what I'm going to do? Because I can't push you, and you have protection. We'll do a damage and a strain.
Okay.
So you're going to take 1 after everything, because I'm doing the damage from the expertise as well.
Yes, and I have a dash, but now I don't want to use it, because if I do it, I'll take strain.
Exactly. But the Death Trooper Escort, I think we are still going to move him up. Or do I move him up? Just makes it easier for you to start punching me otherwise. We will move him up. We'll hit this ingress point.
My hunker.
Yeah, and we'll just do that. And that's the Death Trooper Escort all done. All right, my over exuberance with the Stormtroopers might have given you the struggle here, because Mace just had an excellent turn.
Yeah.
Because I'm only scoring 2 and getting some momentum. Back to the Republic.
Pawns. I'm actually kind of okay with Pawns right now.
Now's a great time for Pawns, actually. Yeah. All right, so Pawns is dashing someone.
Yeah, we're going to be dashing the ARFs to get rid of that pin. Try and set them up for when they eventually get to activate.
Coolio.
And then we're going to take a move action. We're going to hit this ingress point here.
Yep.
And we're going to see how much distance I can possibly squeeze out of this.
Yeah. Because we always treat like we can move through the ladders. That's how we've always treated the ladders.
So I can just get to the other side of the ladder if I'm hugging it on this side there and doing that. That's an important part of hugging the ladder.
Yeah, exactly. Hugging the ladder means destroying the ladder.
Yeah. And from there...
We destroy the things we love.
Yeah. From there, we're going to find out if I can shoot...
I got a better angle over here.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Bad news for you.
Okay. Yeah. What about Mr. Stormtrooper Sergeant?
Yeah, we usually treat that as open. Yep, have at it.
Alrighty.
Have at it. Now I am in reserve, so I do get an extra defense dice on this.
Yes.
So this will be 6 defense dice.
To my 6 offense dice.
Okay, bring it on.
Alright, and we're going to use Hunter's ability to make this into a strike. And then my 2 expertise is going to be 2 more strikes.
I'll block 4.
Cool. Only my 2 crits go through.
Only your 2 crits go through. Yeah.
So that's going to be...
I mean, that's still...
You're on that back point, right?
I am on the back point, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to push me off the back point. I'm a little bit... Well, actually, you might be able to, but...
It's less than I couldn't... Because I can push you, but it's right now it's push or reposition. If you weren't on that point, I'd be repositioning onto it.
I mean, throwing 4 damage onto the sergeant is not an awful idea.
4 damage and a shove is definitely what we're going for, though.
Yeah. I think I got a little ahead of myself here very early on.
So we will just be pushing him straight back.
All right, well, if you push me this way, it also does get me further away from the point.
Yeah, that's probably the... Okay. Straight back from pawn, sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, so I'm still on the point, but, you know...
It's 4 damage, it's...
Yeah, and now you've teed up Mace to walk in there and deal some more...
Eat his lunch, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, boy, okay.
And then I'll score 4?
Yep. I think the struggle might be yours.
Maybe.
We're going to still keep the Stormtrooper Sergeant in reserve, and we got Mr. Vader. Vader's going to dash. Vader's going to move up, hit this ingress point, get up here, because I need that extra little bit of movement, and then we're going to spend the Force.
You go say hi to Mace.
I'm going to go say hi to Mace. Mr. Anakin saying hello to Mace.
Yep.
Basically saying, I sent my application in to become a master.
We're having a happy reunion. This worked out so well for Mace last time.
I'm going to be on Form 5 Shien here, and I'm throwing 10 dice. And so I am going to get exposed.
Okay.
Only 1 fail.
Oh.
Only 1 fail. But I do get exposed on that one. And let's see, I got 3 expertise, which is going to be a crit and a strike.
Okay. I've got 3 expertise, which is going to be another block, and then a crit to a fail and a strike to a fail.
So crit to a fail, strike to a fail,
and then I'll block 2.
I got my 3.
Okay.
Oh, did I get a 4th expertise? So just reviewed the tape there, and I actually had another expertise in there that I wasn't...
missed that.
Yeah, we totally missed it. So I am going to get 4 through, not 3. I mean, I still get what I wanted here, but it makes things a little bit better because I'm going to pin and disarm Mace.
Oof.
I'm going to shove him a whole bunch as well. So, well, I'm going to shove him once.
Yes, because of that pesky steadfast protection.
So we'll shove you once back there. I am going to... I might as well... I don't want to engage with you, actually.
Okay.
I know you're engaged, but I don't want to engage with you. I want Mace to work to get back into range with Vader.
And how much damage am I taking?
So after protection, you're going to take 5 points of damage.
Okay.
And you're pinned and disarmed. Vader's going to get shuffled shuffled back into the deck.
Yep.
At this point as well. But we are going to flip this point.
And score 3.
And score 3. So 1, 2, 3, and now you have to take Vader off a point, which is not going to be an easy ask. Back to the Republic.
Hunter.
Oh, you know what we forgot?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
We'll just really...
Yeah, we're gonna give you that.
Yep.
We're gonna give you that because we actually discussed it while you were doing Pons' activation.
Yes. He just gets a little dash when Vader's done, and I'm actually very okay with good old Hunter right now.
Yeah, because it's at the end of the activation. No, it's after all the moves. So you would have had to do it after he finished moving and before I punched Mace.
But
we're gonna let it happen because we talked about it. The intent was there.
Yes.
So what's Hunter up to?
Hunter is probably going to ignore good old Vader there because he
knows what's good
scary.
for him.
And I think we're going to be going for Mr. Stormtrooper Supervisor over there if we can.
Aw, poor Stormtrooper Sergeant.
Yeah.
All right. So before you move Hunter, you have a tactics ability to resolve.
Yes, you're right. I'm very smart and forgot about that. We're just going to be dashing pawns up to this ingress point so we can be on the center point for potentially next struggle.
Yes, sir.
And then...
Because apparently I teed you up nicely with my Stormtroopers, right?
Hunter himself...
Right. If you put him down, I can line him up here for you.
Yep.
There you go.
Take a move to there, and then we're going to spend a cool force.
Okay.
For good old striking distance.
Yep.
And we're flipping over to Knife Fighter because we want to knife these fights.
Now, the other part of this is you want to see if you can still be within 3, which you are.
Cool beans.
So you're within 3, you're on this point right here, and you're about to go shank some snowtroopers.
Yeah, we're going to be starting by punching into that guy right there.
Thanks, I hate it. Well, I got 4 dice for this.
I got 5.
Bring it on! Ooh, I like to see... Oh, wait, no, you just do things with your fail.
This is not a combat action, so I can't.
Good call, then. So I'll block 2.
Okay, so my crit goes through.
Yes, sir.
Which is going to be a damage and a shove.
Well, that's enough to be tying the point.
Yep.
Because now I gotta move off the point. There we go.
And now we have our for real punch.
Your for real punch.
7 die.
This is for
more than
realsies.
5.
All right. I need a little break here.
And that. So this is an actual fail, and I get to do something that the other fail. I have.
So I'm blocking 3 strikes at the moment.
So if I turn this into a strike, it's actually going to just get blocked.
And then it's just whatever your expertise is.
So I'm going to flip this to an expertise.
So 4 expertise.
Which is going to be 2 crits.
Okay.
As well as a pin and a reposition.
So, all right. How much damage was that? Sorry.
So the first one did damage. This is going to be 3 damage.
3 total.
Yeah.
Okay.
As well as a shove.
A pin and a reposition.
Yeah.
So now the bad news for you
is I did not get you off the point.
It did not get me off the point.
One more to go through to get you off the point. Yeah. So, unfortunately, you blocked really well.
I got lucky there. Yeah. So you just want to shove him right back?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah. I have my reposition. Do I want to use it to go anywhere?
I mean, you're not taking the point, so you get out of dodge. Because right now, like, there's a lot of guys who can activate and start dealing with Hunter.
I'm honestly considering just going back. Like, oh gosh.
Alternatively, you could reposition over onto this ingress point right here and get up there if you like.
That's an option.
Yeah, we'll give you a second. So Hunter's just going to reposition.
Yeah, we're going to get some distance here.
You remembered Vader was in my deck still.
I remember Vader cheated and shuffled himself back in.
I know, the sneaky little Vader there.
Yeah.
So yeah, you didn't quite accomplish the mission, but you still hurt the troopers.
Yep, I hurt the troopers.
So you're going to score 3, I think?
Yep.
Yeah, there we go. And we're going to go back to the Empire. All right, we are going to go with the Snowtroopers. Mm-hmm. Snowtroopers going to start off, they're going to take a damage and get rid of that pin. Mm-hmm. And then what we're going to do here is we are going to... Oh, I'm getting ballsy here, but what we're going to do is we're going to spend a force, take a damage to get a focus action.
Okay, so they got 2 health left.
Yep. But you'll see what the game plan is in just a second here. You know what? I'm actually going to...
Hit that ingress point?
Yeah, you're going to use this ingress point here. Mm-hmm. Then we're going to do a move. And we're just going to move him over here. And then we're going to fire at pawns. Mm-hmm. Now, the fun thing is range 5, range 5, range 5. So they're going to be adding 3 dice plus their focus plus their sharpshooter. So I'm adding 5 dice to this attack. So Snowtroopers are getting 2 10 dice, getting a 10 die and a 9 die attack here. I love it. So a 10 die and a 7 die attack going into pawns. That's way more fails than I wanted to see on the 10 die attack there.
Pawns is feeling very expert today. He's going to block 2.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my. I am so sorry, Pawns. My 3 expertise is going to be a crit to damage.
Okay.
And I haven't removed my stuff yet, so we'll just... So 3 are going to go through here.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll do a damage, then 2 recovers, and a damage and a shove, which, oh boy, you go nowhere.
Steadfast protection.
Steadfast protection, because you are within range of mace there.
Yep.
And then we got a 7 die attack coming in. And that's not too shabby there. That's going to be a crit to damage.
Blocking 2 again?
Blocking 2 again, eh? So 3 go through again. So basically it's going to be the same deal here. Which, let's see here. I wouldn't have been able to kill you even if I did max damage on both. No. So what we'll do then is we're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to take 2 more damage.
And recover 2 more times.
And I'm going to recover 2 more times.
That makes a lot of sense.
And the Snowtroopers have just regained a lot of the health that they have lost there. Downside is I didn't quite tee up Pawns quite how I wanted to, but I'm not unhappy with him having 4 damage going into...
Yeah, he's more than half dead.
Yeah, exactly. So he's going to go down pretty quickly in the next thing. And I will score 3 points. So 1, 2, 3, and get some momentum. So the struggle's not yours yet. So still got a little bit of work to do.
Yeah.
All right, up next.
Mace Windu.
Mr. Mace. So Mace's dash on Pawns?
Yeah, Mace is going to dash Pawns. Pawns is going to join him down over on this point here.
Okay.
And then Mace is going to sadly dash away this pin.
Haha! Successes!
And then very sadly walk into combat with Mr. Vader.
Time to move Pawns again.
And make a disarmed attack into you.
Yep. I will spend a force in case you roll any fails here. And I am... on my defensive side, so I'm rolling 6 dice.
Yep, and I'm going to be going back to the pod. I want to put some conditions on you.
All right, so how many dice you throwing at me? 7?
7.
Okay. Well, no fails.
No fails, so those expertise don't do nothing, but... Yeah, I get one through. Take 2 damage.
Yeah, not exactly what you wanted there,
No.
but I mean, it could have been. Way
I was
worse.
hoping that your exposed would do anything.
Yeah, I was hoping you would fail something as well, but I guess neither of us got what we wanted in that exchange. So you still flip the point.
Yes.
So you're still going to score 4. Yeah, you're still going to score 4. So this struggle is still very much in your control here. So we're going to see how I can continue to recover here. So I like either of my 2 activations here.
Yeah.
It's going to be General Veers.
Saving Vader for last.
Yeah, so it seems. So Veers, you have your orders. We're going to have the Death Trooper escort.
Ooh, running away.
Well,
cowardice.
Gets back onto this point here, right?
Cowardice.
So we're going to do that, and then Veers himself is going to start taking a walk up here. Veers is within 5 of pawns there, so we're just going to toss 7 dice.
All right.
Into Veers. All right. Veers is doing quite wow. All right.
Block 5.
All right. Well, okay. Crit and a strike and a damage go through.
Okay. So wait.
Because you're...
Crit strike damage is your expertise.
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry. A crit and a damage go through.
Crit and a damage.
Crit and a damage.
Damage gets hit by protection.
Jeez, that's really crummy there. Yeah, that's actually really unfortunate. So I get 1 crit and a damage through. So take a damage, and I don't even shove you?
Beauty.
I will follow up, though.
Go Pawns.
In this case, it's Mace who's really helping you, right?
Well, yes, true. But also Pawns rolled that, so it's fine.
We're going to spend a force, and we're going to have a Snowtrooper dash up.
Mm-hmm.
To there. And we'll make a 5-die attack into Pawns.
All right.
And now we got 5 dice into Pawns.
Yep. Got 5 to defend.
All right. So just 4.
I'm blocking
1. I think. Yeah. So 3 are going to go through. So
Pawns' reign of terror has ended.
Yeah, I got bad news for Pawns. It's he needs to take 2 damage to go down.
Yes.
And so I can either wound him, or you know what, I can. Oh, I can't get my recover and the pin at the same time. That's unfortunate. So yeah, we'll do 3 a pin and a shove. We'll ignore the pin. We'll ignore the shove. Sorry.
Yeah, but
and 1 of the damage.
But the wounding does 3 damage total then?
It's 2 after protection.
After protection.
Yeah, 2 after protection. Yeah. But what we will do is we will follow up down to there, which I don't know if that's enough to...
I don't think so.
No, it's not. It's
because
not
Mace
enough.
is right on top of it.
Yeah, so that's unfortunate. But Pawns has gone down. Give me some momentum.
Yeah, Pawns' reign of terror is over.
And then at the end of Veers' activation, I'll choose an objective. Each enemy character within 2 of the chosen objective may dash. And if you're still within 2, you're going to take 3 damage.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to choose this objective right here.
Yeah.
So does Mace want to take 3 damage? Or
I think if I dash off this point with Mace, then you're going to score 3. You'll score 3.
I'll score 3. You're still very much in control, right?
Yeah. But it means that I would have to take a point back. Alternatively, if Mace stays on it and just tanks 3 damage, then...
So, to give you full knowledge,
yeah.
I have Vader coming up next.
Which is why I'm honestly considering Mace Windu just kind of hanging out. Mace Windu's got decent defenses, but I did put him onto his worst defensive side, and I think Vader's just going to eat his lunch whether or not he needs to do 6 damage or 3.
Okay.
So I think Mace is just going to hang out.
Okay, cool.
Okay, he will dash, but he'll dash over to here. So he'll still be on the point.
Okay.
But
yep, no, that's cool. He's still within 2. And he's also now engaged with the Snowtrooper,
yes,
which is also kind of a big deal.
Pawns gets to dash as well.
Pawns does get to do a dash.
We'll just dash Pawns up on the ingress point here.
Yeah, I mean, Pawns he's in a position where who cares what's really happening
he's just
there.
moving. He's just using it for movement.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Mace takes 3.
Mace will take 3, and I will score 2 points here. So the struggle is over at this point, right? Even if I scored 3, the struggle was very close to being over anyway. But we're going to cap it out in your activation here.
Yeah.
Back to the Republic.
We have the Arcs, who I'm actually okay with going right now.
All right. You're shedding your objective. You're shedding your stream there.
Yes, we're just going to take a movement action once up this ingress point here.
Who put that ingress point there?
Not me. I want it on the record that I didn't do this. Then he's going to take his ingress point over to there.
Yeah, I put a bunch of ingress points on this board.
I didn't do this. This was not me. Let the record show. Let the record also show that I'm shooting into this Snowtrooper right here.
I mean, if you're interested, this guy could shoot into the Sergeant. Just do a little bit more damage on him. I don't know if you like. I don't know if the plan is to try and take down the snowtroopers or.
I am going to start with this guy going into the snowtrooper, and we'll go from there.
All right. Well, I got 4 dice then.
All right. I'm going to have
5. I got 5. This is a shooting attack.
Yeah. I'm going to have 7.
Bring it on. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
I'll block
using
3.
Hunter's ability, I'm going to turn this into a strike, and then 3 expertise in shooting is going to be a crit and a strike.
So you get 3 through.
Yeah.
Yep. So
3 go through.
3 go through.
Which is going to be a total of 3 damage.
And a pin, I think?
A pin, an exposed, and a shove.
And expose as well?
Yep.
Well, that's just rude.
I could have done the disarm, but I didn't want to. I wanted to expose you instead.
Yeah, that's fair.
Then the guy up top.
Well, do you want to shove him anywhere? Or?
Oh yes. We'll just shove him that away. Yep. Back into engagement with me.
So 3 damage left on the snowtroopers. 5 damage left on the sergeant. The sergeant's rolling 6 dice. The snowtroopers are rolling 5.
Yeah, I think.
And the expertise is the same.
Yeah.
So
because the stormtrooper sergeant is just going to activate at the start of next turn.
And the snowtroopers also have a bunch of conditions which will add extra damage if you get them.
Yeah.
I think the snowtroopers are the easy.
I think so as well. So another 7 dice are into the snows.
All right. All fails.
Well, 2 fails. Or 3 fails. This fails is going to be a strike
So
because of Hunter.
So I'll block 3.
And then expertise is just another strike. So 1 goes through, which is 2 damage because you're already pinned.
All right. Well, I mean, that's still 2 more damage, right?
Yep.
All right.
And then
that's it for the ARFs, I think, unless you want to defensive maneuver them.
Force expenditure for days. I have so much force
you're about
left.
to refresh force as well.
No, not quite. But I don't think that... Tekko cannot spend all that force.
No.
So we're going to spend 2 force on the defensive maneuvers. Do I care about going... I think I am going to spread them out just a little bit. I do want someone actually back on this point here.
Yeah, because Vader's about to activate and boom. Although we have no idea where the points are going to be active next.
Yeah, that's why I'm spreading them out ever so slightly.
Yep.
Keep them hunkered, and then...
Make sure you're out of 2 of those stormtroopers there.
I did intentionally move out of 2 of them, yeah.
Beautiful. And that's going to be the struggle.
Yep.
There we go. All right, moving on to the next struggle. We got, if I can flip it here, they're jamming our comms. Regroup. So damage and or 1 condition on attack this thing here. And you know what? I don't mind either of these, but I think, weirdly enough, I think the bottom one is the better one for me.
I think so too.
Because I know I have Vader coming up next, and I got the Death Trooper escort on this point back here. So, I mean, it does give you this point right over here.
I think either one is going to give me a point.
Either one's going to give you a point because you still got Tekko over on this point, right? The only advantage of like doing this one right here where it's like ... is I got more of my forces over here.
Which is fair. Which
could be really good for me, but it means also Vader has to take out Mace at that point. So. And lo, who do I pull but Mr. Vader himself?
What a shock.
So we're going to refresh a force. He also like recovers like all the damaging conditions in the world here, which is amazing. All right, Vader's going to move once, and then we are going to spend 1 for his super awesome I hit you with a big stick ability.
Terrible. Dislike immensely.
And we're just going to go right there. Just make it difficult to be pushed around a little bit, I guess. Actually, you know, just in case I don't push you around anywhere, I'm just going to go right there.
Fair enough.
That way it's really hard for Mace to push me around.
Yeah.
All right, let's find out if Vader whiffs. 11 dice. That's more fails than I wanted to see there.
Hans is blocking 4.
You mean the ARFs?
Or the ARFs are blocking 4.
Yeah,
sorry.
That's actually amazing for you.
Okay.
That's actually quite incredible for you. I'm going to get 4 through. Oh, wait, that's what I needed.
Oh, yeah, because you block 4, and that gives you...
a crit and 2 strikes.
Yeah, that gives you perfect.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so I got lucky there. You got an amazing defense roll, but I got lucky there.
Yeah.
I am still going to do a bit of a jump. And I don't get to engage, which, you know, I was hoping to slow you down a little bit, but I am still going to flip this point.
Yep.
I also have to move one of my mooks because I took someone down. Yeah. And then Vader, perhaps I can find new ways to motivate them. The Death Trooper will just go right back up here. We're going to prevent Wrecker from scoring that point. And I think that is all she wrote. And now, I forgot to do the priority at the very beginning.
Yes.
Doesn't change anything. That was always my game plan.
That was always his plan. He couldn't get over to Wrecker's Point.
And Wrecker's Point was the priority point. So I'm only going to score 2, which, I mean, I'm okay with that.
Yep.
So we're just going to do that. And I do get some momentum there. And I think that is it for Vader. He does not get shuffled back in because I did take someone out.
You did do a murder.
And I did roll a fail, so I am exposed on Vader as well. Which, I mean, with Tekko there, you got a chance to do some good hard attack on Vader. Other note, after Vader finished his move, Hunter did just kind of move a little bit more towards the center.
We got kind of caught up in all the murder.
Priority roll followed by Tekko, and that's going to be, that's my point.
Rough.
Yeah. So I don't know if Tekko can get there, but I mean, Tekko could take out the snowtroopers at the very least.
They could.
Yeah.
I am potentially thinking of other things, but...
All right, well, we'll give you a moment. All right, Tekko, what's up?
We're going to start with a move action. One guy is going to go right over here, and the other is going to go...
Bold.
Way over here.
I guess that's what the badge do, right?
Yeah, hit the Singer's Point, climb on up.
What? Another ladder?
Another ladder. That one's molded on. None of us put that one
on. Yeah, exactly.
Then we're going to be spending one of my force, a precious resource to be sure, to do a defensive maneuvers and then still kind of lose that hunker.
Yeah, and because you're going to be out of line of sight, you're not engaged with the stormtroopers behind you.
Yes, so that's not losing the hunker. This is.
Yes. Ooh, as I'm tripping over everything here.
That's very important. Knocking over several ladders as well.
Several ladders, yeah. One of them is a useless ladder. Anyway, continue on.
Yes. Yep. So now we're doing some glorious, glorious combat.
All right, where are we starting?
Let's start with Vader. It's the one that really matters. You're exposed, and I'm shooting into range, which is slightly better.
Okay.
2 fails is 1 fail more than I want to see.
I'll block 2.
Does getting 2 expertise
Did you just need 2 to get the shoves?
Yeah, well, I get to do this into a strike or an expertise. Yep. It's going to be into a strike, because this expertise is going to be a crit. You're blocking 2.
So 3 go through.
3 go through, which is beautiful.
It's what you wanted to see.
Because we're going to do 3 damage to Vader. We're going to strain him, pin him, and shove him off this point.
Yeah, no, that's... Wow, it's the strain and the pin.
Yeah.
But the point is, you're going to take this point back, which is a big deal.
Which is big.
And now we have a 6-die attack into the...
Yep, 6-die punch.
What is my dice here? I got 5 against this.
That's the correct number of expertise.
Ooh, that's a lot of...
yeah, we're going to turn this into a strike. My 3 expertise is going to be a crit and a damage, or a strike and a damage.
So 3 go through.
Okay,
yep.
Beauty.
Yeah, I rolled 3 fails. That was bad.
So you're taking a damage on the expertise.
Okay.
And you're also going to be 3 damage strain shove pin.
Jeez, that was a very good Tekko turn.
Incredible.
Because the important thing is with that pin, I can't reposition back onto the point.
Beauty.
So because I can't do anything, and I don't know if it's worth spending the force for that.
That makes sense.
So oof. Okay. Yeah. So you'll take 2 points.
Yep. I'll only score 2 because this wasn't the priority, but
it's a momentum.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Nice turn by Tekko. Priority objective is going to be the one that you just took from Vader. So that's actually no good for me. Oh boy. So Stormtrooper Sergeant's going to activate, and we're just going to attempt to move 1 Stormtrooper, strip this. The other one is also going to move. And
that's going to take the 3 damage from the strain.
Yeah, what we're going to do is we're just going to get him up this ingress point.
Makes sense.
Right here. Tee up for some future stuff here. And then I think we're going to shoot Mace.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to spend my last force because I'm about to refresh everything, and we're just going to pin Mace there with Imperial Firepower. And then we're going to fire into him with 5, 6, 7 dice in the Mace. There we go. Oh my, that's actually really kind of good there.
Yeah.
3 expertise on this guy is going to be a crit and 2 strikes and a pin.
Okay. Wow. So these 2 expertise are going to be 2 blocks and a crit to a strike. But that doesn't... It's still 3 through.
That's still 3 through. So what's going to happen here is... let's see here. I'm going to do... Let's see. So I'm glad I did that pin first. Because getting the pin on the expertise was an extra point of damage, which is perfect. I did just enough to take down Mace.
Just enough.
Beautiful. He's going to recover 1, going down to 3 damage on him. He's going to reposition all the way over here. And then he's just going to move again.
Shore up that back point.
Shore up the back point here. Just get him over there. I'm not scoring a whole lot. I'm only scoring 1. But it keeps it on my side. And it makes you have to work a little bit harder. And I'm going to refresh all my force.
Yep.
Priority objective for the Republic is going to be Wrecker's Point.
Okay.
So that's perfect for you.
Love to see that. And we're starting things off with
pawns. That's not awful, to be honest. I mean,
terrible.
Get them out early when you know you're scoring 3 points, right?
Yeah.
So, because you can go over here, punish either the sergeant or the snow troopers.
Yep.
Get an expert or get a momentum at least, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So, what you think about? So, pawns is going to dash Hunter.
Yep, we're going to.
Want me to get him?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. We'll just dash Hunter.
Get him engaged for the DTE and closer to this back point.
I lose a strain, right? That's how that works. It's like Hunker.
Oh, for sure, yeah. As for pawns, we also need to go over to that back point.
Yeah. Walk and punch and deal 1 point of damage to a snowtrooper.
Do I get onto that point in one walk?
No, you're over the stormtrooper at the moment.
Okay.
So if you get down to there, though, I think you can. Yeah, it looks like if you go, it looks like you can land like right there.
Is that going to be on the point?
Yes.
All
yeah,
right.
it'll be on the point.
Then yeah, let's take that move.
Okay. Yeah, that gets you on the point for sure.
And then yeah, we're just going to punch the snowtrooper, see if we can't get some momentum.
Deal 1 point of damage to the snowtrooper.
Come on, pawns. You've only got 5 die on this, but
I'll block 3. Well, there's that crit, so there's that damage.
Yeah, and we're going to be using Hunter's ability to turn this into a strike. 3 expertise is going to be. Where is he? 3 expertise is a crit and a damage, so 2 or crit and a strike.
Sure,
so 2 go through.
So 2 crits and a 2 crits go through, which again more than enough you need.
Yeah, we're going to be doing.
Oh wait, hold on, you got a 3rd one through because I was exposed.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So you got another one through.
I got 3 through.
Yes, sir.
What conditions do they have right now?
At the moment, just pin.
Just pin.
Yeah, because they would have just lost the expose.
Then we're going to go on the top tree. I'm going to
Disarm
shove
them?
you, and I'm going to disarm you.
Yeah, I think that tracks.
The shove's not really doing much for me.
No.
But it gets the disarm.
Yes, sir. So you don't take the point, but you're still going to score 3 and get a momentum for that.
Yeah.
So that's not too shabby. And boom, there we go.
Just a fine pawns activation.
Puts it back onto your side, which is excellent for you. And for me, we are going back to that's Tekko's point.
Yep.
Sergeant! No, screw that.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's the
Get him out of here.
Yeah, there we go. All right, here we go. Your ARFs are still down, right?
Yes,
okay.
correct.
Yeah, so we're going to attempt to move, fail, and then we're going to spend a force, get over here, say hello to Echo here, Anakin's old friend Echo.
Yeah.
And just beat him up while his back is turned.
Wow.
Yep. 10 days into Echo. That's not a bad roll. Only 3 fails, so I am going to be exposed again. You're going to block 3, it looks like.
Yeah.
So you'll block 3, and I got 1 strike in there. Everything else looks like it's going to be crits. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, so that's going to be 2 crits. So 4 crits are going to go through.
Good lord.
4 crits onto Echo. So because you are apparently within range of mace, which yeah, that's tight, but you are in there. So I only shove you once. You're going to take 5 points of damage. You're going to be pinned and disarmed on top of that. We're just going to get in here and just make sure I secure my point a little bit more. And Vader's going to get shuffled back in, it looks like. Yeah. But I'm going to take that point and score 3. 1, 2, 3, back onto my side. Priority is going to be, that is Wrecker's Point again.
Another good thing for me. I can focus on taking something else back.
Exactly. With Wrecker and Omega. And you do have Echo there.
I do have Echo there.
Yeah. I mean, you can trivially go over here and probably take out the Stormtrooper Sergeant. He's only got 6 health remaining.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so we got Wrecker.
Yep, he's going to bulldoze. Gets him right down to...
So I think you're on the base. So I think right there is where you get to. Right there. You are just out. But I mean, you still have an action after this, right?
Yes.
And you only have to deal 6 points of damage to the Sergeant.
Yeah.
Or just push him around a whole lot, right?
Yeah. So the first thing I'm going to do is, because of this bulldoze, I am going to push Mr. DTE. Just give him a little shove.
Poor guy. He's just getting pushed around. Yep. I think he's done nothing of real note this whole game.
Which means I do... Ooh, you know what I can do?
So you are still engaged with the DTE at the moment.
Yes, that is the downside. What I am going to do is I'm going to pay a force for I wasn't sneaking.
Okay.
So I'm going to choose an active objective within 3 that I don't control, and an enemy unit contesting that objective.
Yes, sir.
Pretty obvious who I'm targeting with that one.
Okay.
I roll 5 attack die. For each crit and strike, you take a damage.
Oh, I don't get a chance to dash or anything?
Actually, no, I won't be doing this yet. I want to be hitting you first.
Okay.
Because if I wound you with this, I gain an extra momentum.
So keep in mind you are engaged with the DTE.
Yes, which means I am going to have to walk into you because I can't shoot you.
The other alternative is you could do a punch into the DTE, try and push him around, and then do a ha 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 yeah into the Stormtrooper Sergeant. You got options. Yeah. All right. So what's Wrecker up to?
Wrecker's going to be taking a move action. Ideally, I'd like to still be within 3 of this guy, but on that point, so we'll prioritize being on the point. So we'll move to the.
I think you get both in this particular instance.
2 on this point.
Sure. There you go.
And then I think I'm still within 3 here.
Looks like it.
Sweet. Get that nice bubble. And now we're going to be doing a melee attack into good old Stormtrooper Supervisor.
All right. Well, he is in reserve, so he's going to have 1 extra defense die on this one.
Mm-hmm. And I think.
So pin, strain, and kill.
Pin, strain, and kill. I was considering going for the. I wasn't sneaking, but I don't want to risk it.
Sometimes you go through those like really cool flashy things and it doesn't always pay off for you.
If you were alive on 1, I would feel just fine with it, but because I have to leave you alive on 2.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you still take the point.
I still take the point, and I get momentum for murdering you.
So you're going to score 3.
Mm-hmm.
And 1, 2, 3. Put you back on your side.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And we are going to go with a busted up one. So that's this back one right here.
Okay.
And who am I going to pull? Oh no! I didn't want Vader here. That's bad.
That's real bad.
All right, Vader has a very boring turn. We're going to spend a force, get within engagement range of Echo here, and punch him real hard.
Alrighty.
We also got rid of the expose on Vader when he woke up there, or when he activated there.
Yep.
And that's 4 fails, but I got the crits that I needed here.
I'm blocking 1 after my expertise. Yeah.
You're blocking 1 after. You're only blocking 1.
Only blocking 1. I rolled 2 fails, 2 expertise.
Oh, that's my tree.
All right.
All right, cool. All right, we're just going to push Echo further into oblivion.
It's going to go hang out with my force tokens.
Exactly. I will not do any following up there. Mm-hmm. And then Vader is just going to go right over here, I guess. Actually, we'll go right there, backstop ourselves into the ARF there. This point was already flipped, so that should be my color right there. The important thing is I also now get to dash somebody else. Yep. All right, so Vader's ability will trigger. We're going to get rid of the pin on the DTE right here.
That makes sense.
And then, we've already repositioned Vader right there. I still have a thing I can do here, so he's going to recover.
Ooh, get rid of that last damage.
Well, actually, he put an expose back on. We're going to get rid of that expose.
Yep, you're right.
Yeah, we're going to get rid of that expose to make sure he doesn't go down like a chump to mace.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're just going to score 2, and I've already put my momentum on there. So we'll get another momentum.
More momentum.
Yeah, this is going to be a very tight struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we going?
We are going to.
That's great for you.
Yeah,
that's this back point. So you're
which
scoring.
Which means I'm scoring 3 right off the bat.
Yep. No, you're scoring 2 because the DT took that point.
Did take that point. So I've got options, and the Shatterpoint will give me lots of them.
Ooh, I think you Shatterpoint Hunter, to be honest.
I'm really thinking that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you Shatterpoint Hunter. All right. So what's Hunter up to?
First things first. We prefer going to them. We're going to shake the pin off of good old Techo over there.
Yep.
Then we're going to be paying a force to do a cool little dash.
Yep. Staying on this point because it's got to be a melee attack.
Yeah.
So.
And then we're going to punch this DTE.
I love it. He says, bring it on.
5 die well on Knife Fighter.
All right.
That 1 expertise on Knife Fighter is going to be a crit and a dash.
Oof, oh boy. Okay, so my 2 expertise here is just going to be, I'll block the 2 strikes and the 2 crits go through.
Sounds good. So it's going to be total of 3 damage, which you'll reduce.
Yep, so I'll take 2.
And then I will shove you once.
Okay.
So I think you just hit that wall there. Or maybe not quite.
Not quite, but I am pushed far back there.
And then I'll take this dash and pop up this Ingress point.
Okay. Well, I'm going to spend a force, and I'm going to disciplined. I'll take 3 damage.
Okay.
And get rid of that strain. And we are just going to reposition. Right to there.
Okay.
Which, I mean, it's not actually, we're going to reposition right to there.
Okay.
Just makes the shoves a little bit harder, maybe because I think I might be protected if you shove this way.
Mm-hmm. So I do still have 2 actions.
Yeah, I know. I'm risking it for the. Because here's the thing: if you hold on a second, hold on. You need a momentum to take me down, don't you?
Yes. So giving me the 3 free damage onto you is actually not great.
You know what? Scratch the reposition. That's not happening.
Yep.
Instead, I'm just going to take another shot to the face.
Yes, I'm going to be flipping over to Huntsman, and I'm going to focus before this attack. So it's going to be 8 die.
All right. And if you take the DTE, that is pretty much game.
Yeah.
So here we go.
And I'm going to...
I think you're going to take the DTE.
Okay, so I have 3 expertise. Going to 4 expertise, does that help me? It does. So I'm going to turn this into an expertise.
Okay.
Which means I get... out of my expertise is going to be 2 crits and a... So 2 crits, a damage, and a reposition.
So you're going to get 3 crits, a damage, and a reposition. Is what you're getting here.
Okay.
Because you rolled a whole bunch of crits there.
Yeah. And you blocked a lot, though.
I did.
How much damage do I need to do?
4.
With 3, I can do 5.
Yeah. So that's game then.
Yeah. Or 6 with the damage from expertise.
So, so the DTE, unfortunately, is going to go down. You're going to get some momentum for that one. Then you're going to score 3 points, which that's going to cap out the game. The DTE, unfortunately, did not hold out. You got enough crits at the very end there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy. So at the end of the game, you're scoring very handily 2 struggles. I think I did an exceptionally cool gambit over here, and
yes,
I banked on a 1 in 6 chance you didn't pull mace.
Yeah,
and you pulled mace.
I don't know if I mentioned it on camera, but like if my deck didn't have the Shatterpoint or mace that high, that was a brutal play. Yeah. If I had drawn into like Hunter or any of the bad batch over here, or if I had drawn the ARFs, that would have been terrible for me.
But it's I gambled there, and unfortunately, it didn't pay off. I got a little bit too aggressive there, and I think my steam kind of started running out about halfway through that game.
Yeah.
But like I was hoping to hold on to this point a lot longer. The Stormtrooper Sergeant almost did it. Almost did it. But you got just enough to take him out as well. And so I mean, what was it? We capped off in 9 activations, I think.
I went through the deck once.
You went through 10?
I did 3, so
so in about 10 activations. Normally getting Vader would be amazing, but getting Vader in that last poll, unfortunately, not so great.
I was honest, like I don't love the activation for the Stormtrooper Supervisor there, but I was kind of confused you didn't just pull him out to get another body back on that point.
The problem is that he doesn't get me the point back. Right?
That's fair.
Like the only thing, and he doesn't have the movement to get over onto this point either. Is the other catch. That's why I didn't pull him out.
That's fair. His shove on 2 might have been something into pawns, maybe.
Sorry, what shove? Oh, like his push on 2?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. It's one of those things where I didn't see a lot of value in him, unfortunately, because the other problem is like he only moves galactic supporting units, and they're all knocked down anyway.
Yeah.
So the Stormtrooper Sergeant wasn't really doing a whole lot for me there, and I mean, he wakes up and what does he do? He maybe punches pawns. No point.
Because it's him and it's just him on the point. Then you know what? That's right.
Yeah. You're right. Vader was the better one because Vader also opened up this point for me to take.
Yes, that was quite big.
Yeah. And then Hunter, like getting the Shatterpoint and going into Hunter was just immaculate timing for you, right?
Timing for Hunter, yeah.
Yeah, like there's not much you can really do about that particular one. I mean, it's just Hunter. When it came to Vader, like we were looking at all sorts of things, like trying to figure out how far Vader could maybe get across the board here.
Yeah, he could definitely get onto this level of this point using a couple of the ingress points in Ladder City we have today. But anywhere he went, Hunter could have used the enhanced tracker.
And he just trivially... Oh, wait, you would have... Enhanced tracker's towards Vader, isn't it?
Yes.
You couldn't have gotten up on that point.
Into the Synchronous point.
No, because you would have had to go towards Vader.
After
If I ended Vader over here...
that would have been the reposition.
Yeah, but if I had ended Vader somewhere over here, like that was one of the plans I was looking at, you would have had to go this way.
And ended his activation here?
And ended his movement there, yeah.
So it's the end of the move action.
Yeah, no, I know.
Not the reposition.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, if I had ended somewhere around here, which is actually something I was thinking about doing, I forgot that Hunter had to go towards.
Okay.
Because I had actually abandoned going over here. I didn't care about that.
Okay.
Getting Hunter to move, if I force Hunter to move this way, the DTE still takes that point.
The DTE
still takes that point, and it forces Hunter over this way.
I could have just left Hunter where he was.
You could
as well,
but it's still the same result for me in that case, right?
Then Vader's just kind of hanging out here.
But then he's also in a position where if I activate him with a Shatterpoint later, he's in a better position to impact everything over here, right?
That could have been on something. I don't hate leaving him over here as protection for this point.
I didn't like it.
No?
I didn't. The only reason I did that is because I forgot, and this isn't on you. I forgot that Hunter had to go towards the primary.
Okay, yeah.
Because that's the other thing. Like potentially putting Hunter over this way might have been actually beneficial for me.
That's fair. Now, in our talks about this, I had never actually considered leaving Vader here. I thought that was not a great idea.
I was also thinking about like plopping him right down here as well.
So if he had plopped down over there, I could have gone over onto this point.
Which is fine, because you were still holding this point regardless.
Hunter wasn't on that point.
No, you weren't, but you still had two guys on the point regardless, right?
That's fair.
So it would have pushed Hunter a little bit further over here, which would have actually made it a little bit harder for Hunter to get back here as easily as he did.
Which is fair.
Right?
But my thought process there is, say I pulled like the arm, or I shatterpointed into maybe like the arms or something, and they just activated.
Well, and that's the thing. You shatterpointed, which, I mean... Yeah. Like here's the thing. That's not the game-winning move. I'm not trying to make that the game. I'm just saying, like, it might have given me a little bit more wiggle room. It would have made you have to think a little bit more instead of like, oh well, Hunter's just the obvious go-to here, right? But either way, like that was a very, very well played game on your part. The batch is always tough to do. You got outstanding value out of Mace's identity.
Oh, his identity did. I was so worried because he kind of got stuck onto one side of the map. So.
But that's where all the fighting was.
Peek behind the curtain, part of my plan for this was to have his bubble over here and Wrecker's bubble over here, kind of doubling up on those protections.
Yep.
So it did work out a little bit in that way, but man, is he able to get a lot of value.
You got value. You stopped so many wounds by just having him over there. So outstanding value. Great play by Mace in this particular game. I don't necessarily think any of my guys did particularly bad, except for the DTE.
DTE was a little rough. Yeah, this was like his worst showing I've seen.
He didn't do much this game. Everyone else, I feel like, actually did some really cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, but either way, Alex, great game, man. Had a lot of fun with this one. Great to get Veers back on the table. I want to play around them a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Who's my next poll? I would have loved Veers so much more.
Veers would have been great.
Veers would have been so much better than a friggin' Vader at the end there. Yeah. Man, that's rough.
Because Veers probably could have either shored up this point and done the same thing into him.
Well, because what Veers could have done is he could have like punched pawns really hard to maybe put him into danger close range of, well, are you going to take the damage or are you going to run away, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you never took the damage off pawns after you activated him again.
You were right.
And then like I might have been able to like. Wrecker probably just hangs out there, doesn't care. But either way, it was a great game, man. Had a lot of fun with that one, and hopefully everyone enjoyed it. And we'll see you guys next time. Happy wargaming.